Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to talk about something deeply personal and incredibly important: childhood trauma and the journey toward healing. If you've ever felt like something from your past is still holding you back, you are not alone. And this video is for you. We'll explore what childhood trauma really is, how it can show up in our adult lives, and most importantly, the powerful steps we can take to heal and reclaim our stories. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's start this conversation together. First, let's clear up what we mean by childhood trauma. It's not just about the big, obvious events we might think of. While those are certainly traumatic, trauma can also come from more subtle, chronic experiences. Things like ongoing emotional neglect, feeling consistently unsafe or unheard, living with a parent who struggled with their own mental health, or even being bullied relentlessly at school. These are what some experts call little t traumas. They might not seem like a big deal from the outside, but their cumulative effect can be just as impactful. The key is how the experience made you feel as a child: overwhelmed, helpless, and alone. Your brain and body registered that experience as a threat, and that imprint can stay with you long after the event is over. It's not about judging the severity of what happened. It's about acknowledging the impact it had on you. So, how does this childhood baggage show up when we're adults? It's often in ways we don't immediately connect to our past. Do you ever find yourself overreacting to small things, like a simple criticism, sending you into a spiral of self-doubt that could be an emotional flashback? Or maybe you constantly feel a low-grade anxiety, quite shake, a sense of just waiting for the other shoe to drop. That's hypervigilance. Other common signs include difficulty trusting people, which can make forming deep, meaningful relationships feel impossible. You might struggle with setting boundaries, always putting others' needs before your own because you learned early on that your needs didn't matter. You might even find yourself drawn to chaotic or unhealthy relationships because they feel familiar. It can also manifest as imposter syndrome, chronic self-criticism, or a deep-seated feeling of being fundamentally flawed. These aren't character defects. They are coping mechanisms that helped you survive your childhood. But as an adult, they are holding you back from truly thriving. Now for the most important part. Healing is absolutely possible. It's not about erasing the past, but about changing your relationship with it. The first step, and often the hardest, is acknowledgement. Acknowledging that what you went through was difficult, and that it has affected you. This isn't about blaming anyone. It's about validating your own experience. So many of us are told to just get over it, or that it wasn't that bad, but your feelings are valid. Say it to yourself: what happened to me was real, and it hurt. This simple act of self-validation is the foundation of healing. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. You can finally see what you're dealing with, and that's when you can start to clean it up. It takes immense courage to face this, so be gentle with yourself as you take this first step. You are brave for even considering it. Once you've acknowledged the trauma, the next step is to understand and process the emotions tied to it. As children, we often had to suppress big feelings like anger, sadness, or fear because it wasn't safe to express them. As adults, these trapped emotions can fester. Healing involves creating a safe space to finally feel them. This might mean allowing yourself to cry for the child who was scared and alone. It might mean finding a healthy outlet for your anger, like through exercise, journaling, or even screaming into a pillow. This process is called emotional regulation. It's about learning to sit with uncomfortable feelings without being overwhelmed by them. A great technique to start with is mindful breathing. When you feel a strong emotion rising, just stop. Take a deep breath in 4 counts, hold 4, and exhale 4, 6. This simple act sends a signal to your nervous system that you are safe, right here, right now. It helps you stay in the present moment instead of being pulled back into the past. A huge part of the healing journey is reparenting yourself. This means giving yourself the things you didn't receive as a child. It's about becoming your own loving, supportive, and protective parent. How do you do that? Start by listening to your inner child. What does that part of you need? Does it need reassurance? Does it need permission to play and have fun? Does it need you to stand up for it and set a firm boundary with someone? Practice speaking to yourself with kindness and compassion. When you make a mistake, instead of saying, "I'm so stupid," try saying, "It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. What can I learn from this?" Celebrate your small wins. Buy yourself that silly thing that brings you joy. Take care of your body with good food and rest. Reparenting is an active, ongoing practice of showing up for yourself with the love and care you've always deserved. As you heal, you'll also need to rewire the negative beliefs you formed about yourself and the world. Childhood trauma often leaves us with core beliefs like "I am unlovable," "I am not good enough," or "the world is a dangerous place." These beliefs operate in the background, shaping your decisions and reactions. To change them, you first have to identify them. Pay attention to your self-talk. When you feel anxious or depressed, what are the stories you're telling yourself? Once you identify a negative belief, challenge it. Ask yourself, is this 100% true? Where did I learn this? What's a more balanced and compassionate belief I could choose instead? For example, instead of "I am unlovable," you could practice thinking, "I am worthy of love and connection, just as I am." You can write these new beliefs down on sticky notes and put them where you see them every day. It takes time and repetition, but you can literally create new neural pathways in your brain. Building a support system is also non-negotiable. Healing from trauma is not something you should do in isolation. Remember, the original wound often happened in a relationship, and so the healing often happens in a relationship too. This could mean strengthening your connections with trusted friends or family who are supportive and understanding. It might also mean finding a community of people who get it, like a support group for survivors of childhood trauma. And I cannot stress this enough, therapy can be life-changing. A trauma-informed therapist can provide you with tools, guidance, and a safe, non-judgmental space to process your experiences. They can help you navigate the complex emotions and challenges that come up along the way. If you're struggling with your mental health, please know that seeking professional help is a sign of incredible strength, not weakness. There are people who are trained and ready to help you on this journey. Finally, be patient and compassionate with yourself. Healing is not a linear process. There will be good days and bad days. There will be moments when you feel like you're making huge progress, and moments when you feel like you've taken 10 steps back. This is normal. It's all part of the journey. The goal isn't to reach a perfect, healed state where you never feel pain again. The goal is to build resilience, to develop a stronger sense of self, and to create a life that feels authentic and joyful. Despite what you've been through, every small step you take is a victory. Every time you choose a healthier coping mechanism, every time you speak to yourself with kindness, you are healing. You are breaking cycles. You are reclaiming your life, one moment at a time. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Talking about these things isn't easy, and I'm so grateful for your willingness to be here and engage with this topic. If this video resonated with you, please consider sharing it with someone who might need to hear it. Remember, your story matters, your healing matters, and you are so much more than what happened to you. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on mental health and personal growth.